Peace and blessings, y'all. And it's going to Boxing 24. So we'll try to wait a few minutes, see if a few people chime in. If not, we're just going to get right to the subject matter. And y'all probably know what I'm getting ready to get into and who I'm getting ready to talk about. Because this fight is coming up on Saturday. But, man, listen, I'm just going to get right into it, man. I'm not going to even wait and hold up. So I want to talk about Jaron Boutinez, who's fighting on Saturday, October 11th in Philadelphia against Usima Lima. You know, boxing is a crazy game and it's a business. And a lot of times, man, we don't really know the inside workings of what's going on, but some of us with these channels and these media outlets and influencers, man, we say a lot of things that we shouldn't say. And I know it's about getting views and getting likes and monetary. Some of us is just in it for the money. Sure, we all want to make money, but in the Bible it says, "What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?" So I'm gonna always be credible. I'm gonna always try to be a moral person and tell the truth, respectful, and give people the benefit. It's not about just making money and trying to make somebody look bad. It's not about that at all. And some of us are doing that with these big channels on YouTube. We saying a lot of things that shouldn't be said. I had somebody say to me that they make a lot of money talking about boots in a negative way, basically, right? And I said, wow. And I hit him with that scripture. What does it gain a man? What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul, right? Of course, they didn't have no answer for that. That's where we at, man, in the last days. People just saying and doing whatever. So anyway, Boots is fighting. This is his first fight at 154. He was at 147 and he wanted to become undisputed. He had the IBF belt. He won the WBA belt from Emantis Stanionis. And in April, he won that belt in Atlantic City. And, he wanted to get the other two belts, the WBO and the WBC, which was held by Brian Norman Jr. and Mario Barrios. Brian Norman Jr., him and his father, turned down 1.7 million to fight Boots, which is more money than they've ever made. So there was no reason to turn that money down. And then you got Mario Barrios. His excuse was his wife was pregnant. He couldn't fight. But next thing you know, he's in a contract to fight the legend Manny Pacquiao, who came off a 4-year layoff. Come on, man. See, that's the bad business of boxing. And unfortunately, boxing has a lot of bad business going on. No way that should have happened. When you got guys ranked and ready to fight, you let somebody come off a layoff to fight, and now he's gonna be on another layoff, and then he gets another date to fight again. It's just crazy when you got somebody that has a belt. Man, he didn't have a belt. They just said, "Oh, you can fight," and Mario Barrios was cool with that. So that's the business of boxing. But people get a kick out of getting on Boots and acting like he did something wrong. Before he fought Stanionis, it was, oh, he won't fight Stanionis. He's scared of Stanionis. Then he beat Stanionis. Stanionis wasn't that good. He was one-dimensional. He was this, he was that. There's always an excuse. And, Boots is, at a point, even he's a young dude, you know what I mean? 28 years old, and he understands it, man. See, he don't even respond to it. So that's a good thing because it will get to you if you respond to it. But he's not doing that. Um, so now he wasn't able to get Brian Norman Jr. in the ring. And by the way, Brian Norman Sr., he has a fixation with Boots, man. He talks about Boots every day. And Mill City gives him the platform to do it. I like Mill City, cool dude, but man, you giving this dude a platform to talk about Boots every day? That's how you know that they're lying. He's lying. That's how you know something is wrong. Because you're talking about this man every day. Why? It just don't make no sense. So what are we doing here? Boots is at 154 now. Y'all decided to fight a lightweight that just moved up to welterweight for his first fight. Because remember, his last fight with Ramirez was at 144. Devin Haney's not no 147 pounder. And he's not, listen, and he's a skillful fighter, Devin Haney is. But Ryan Garcia beat him, whether he was on drugs or not. I mean, he beat him. He knocked him down a few times. And, I mean, he made Devin Haney look bad. And I like Devin Haney. But y'all said Boots ran from him. How did he run from him, man? You coming off two losses. You coming off a great loss, and then you coming off a bad performance running around the ring. We don't know what you're going to look like against Brian Norman. I think you can beat him, but that's the facts, though. But yet he's running or Boots is running from him. Then Teofimo Lopez. He called out Bud too. Did he get that fight? But y'all really believe that he wanted to fight Boots. Y'all really believe that. He's not even rushing to fight Shakur Stevenson. And he's not a big puncher. So, I mean, stop believing these narratives, man. These false narratives. Stop believing what everybody say because it's really not true. Boots is the real deal, and y'all going to find out. So after Lima, he said he's going to go after these guys, and he's going to knock them down one by one. When Doran Thurman's getting ready to fight, that's a fight that shouldn't be happening. Thurman don't deserve that. But, okay, he got the fight. So now, the winner, let's see who they call out. Why it always got to be Boots? Let them call out Boots and see if he don't answer the call. Then you got Erickson Lubin and Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz, man, y'all forgot when Robert Garcia and him, they both said that they wasn't ready to fight Boots. They turned down the fight at 147. Now all of a sudden at 154, they ready to fight. But yet, when Boots was talking about fighting him at 154, he was unsure because he had a hand injury. Now he's fighting Erickson Lubin. That's a fight. That's not an easy fight for him, but it's a fight that he can win, and he possibly will. But now, what you gonna do after that, Virgil Ortiz? We want to see you against Boots. Let's see what happens. Fundora, listen, we've seen him on the canvas. We've seen him beat. Stop acting like these guys are not beatable. Stop acting like these guys are invincible. They're not. Backroom. Now y'all on that bandwagon because he beat Tim Tszyu after Tim Tszyu lost to Fundora. That's when he caught him after a loss. Not fresh, still undefeated. That's when he caught him. Good fighter. I like Backroom. Good fight game. But we ain't seen him tested yet. We don't know what he got. We ain't seen him in there with a puncher, with a combination puncher, with power, with speed, with defense. We ain't seen him in it because Tim Tszyu don't got that. Tim Tszyu is just a gunner. He coming aggressive, coming for you. No defense, reckless. Okay, you can beat that. But Backroom, Boots can do that. That's not a problem. Fundora, Backroom, Ortiz. One after the other. He could knock them off and become undisputed, no matter what y'all say. Leave the Bud thing alone, man, because he already tried to get that fight at welterweight. Bud had other plans, and I'm not mad at Bud. But for him to get on now and say, well, he had an opportunity. Well, on BLK Prime, he's with Showtime. So how you gonna fight you on BLK Prime? That wasn't gonna happen. He wasn't gonna leave Showtime to fight you on BLK Prime. You only had one fight with him. You didn't even stay with him. How does that look? To fight Evan Eason. He fought Evan Eason too, but it wasn't on BLK Prime. So come on, man, knock it off. He could have fought you. No. When he tried to fight you, there was no call for that. When he tried to fight Errol Spence, there was no call for that. But then look what happened. Y'all forgot when he beat Castillo Clayton in California and Errol Spence was in the front row? And Booth said, I see the big fishes here. It's time to go fishing. He called Errol Spence out. Man, knock it off. He was ranked #1 in the IBF, the belt that Spence had. That's one of the belts he had. Remember, he had the belts. He had 3 belts. Crawford had the WBO. So he was ranked in the WBO, man. He wanted both of those guys. What more can he do? Boots is not a trash talker, man. He's a fighter. He like to fight. He's like Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler, do your math, do your history. I'm only on here giving facts. Marvin Hagler wasn't a trash talker. He just came to fight. That's it. That's how Boots is. He's not a trash talker. He just want to fight. Aaron Pryor wasn't a trash talker. He just came to fight. Everybody's not with that. So we're going to see. Sooner or later, we're going to see what happens here. But it's going to be sooner. One by one. Knock him down. Starting with Usman Lima. No disrespect to him. Tough guy, strong guy. Coming to fight. He ain't coming to lay down. I watched him. I seen his fights. Watch him talk about it. Yeah, he coming to fight. Absolutely. See, because you don't know somebody don't mean they can't fight. Nobody knew Karen. But Karen could take a shot. Good footwork. He throws combinations. Got some speed. Like, he's not a bad fighter. But because you don't know him, oh, Boots is supposed to do this. Boots is supposed to do that. No, man. Styles make fights. And you can't look spectacular against everybody. Floyd Mayweather, the great, didn't look spectacular against that. He didn't look spectacular in 2 fights against Jose Luis Castillo, did he? Absolutely not. Knock it off. He didn't look spectacular against Maidana. I'm not saying he didn't win. He did. He won both fights with no problem. Maidana's a dirty fighter. But the point is, he didn't look spectacular against him. Right? He got hurt with Shane Mosley, who y'all said was too old, right? But if Shane Mosley won the fight, it wouldn't be nothing about the age. But that's a whole nother story. My point is, you ain't gonna look great against everybody. But as long as you get the win, that's what matters. Then you go back and watch it. You look, yeah. Could Buta do a little bit better in that second fight? Absolutely. But he wasn't up for it though. Because he shouldn't have to fight him again anyway. He beat him unanimously the first fight. Why did he have to fight him again? Politics of boxing. That shouldn't have happened. He could have fought somebody else. But y'all forgot when he made Karen take a knee, right? Y'all forgot about that. Y'all act like Karen was this big, tough dude, but he took that knee, though, when he got hurt. Come on, man. It's like y'all have a field day just talking about Boots and talking negative about him and don't know the inside and the out. He's a tune-up. He wants tune-ups. Okay. Like Virgil Ortiz didn't take tune-ups when he moved to 154. Like Bud Crawford didn't fight Majamon. So y'all got a problem with Usman Lima. Oh, already. Oh, well, he only got 14 fights. He's older. His reach is shorter. Age or non-age, reach or non-reach, power or non-power, speed or non-speed do not win fights. Learn boxing. Skills pay the bills. Okay, you could be bigger, stronger, don't mean you're going to win. Wasn't Canelo bigger, supposedly bigger and stronger than Crawford? What happened? He lost, right? I mean, that's a whole nother story too. But the point is, it's not. It has nothing to do with that. Everybody has a shot in that ring, so that's why you got to be prepared. That's why Boots has to be prepared, which I'm sure he will be. You can't sleep on nobody when it comes to boxing, man, because only one shot. That's all it takes can change the whole game. So Usima Lima is coming to fight, okay? And after that, yeah, we looking for the top five. We looking for them guys. And I'm sure Boots is gonna be asked about it, and he's gonna say, "I'll fight anybody." If he says Ortiz, if he says a name, cool. But you know what he's there for. But I'm sure he's gonna say a name. Ortiz, Fondora, Backwim, let's go. Let's do it. Let's fight. Because that's what the game is all about. He's here to fight the best. I'm gonna be in the house in Philly, man. You know, I support Boots. I like Bud Crawford. I don't have a problem with Crawford. I knew he was gonna beat Errol Spence, and I knew it wasn't gonna be hard. I didn't think he was gonna knock him down 3 times. I'll be honest about that, but I knew he was gonna beat him, and I'm one of the very few on YouTube that said it. I said that he was gonna beat Spence easy, and he did it because I saw weaknesses in Spence. I saw him get hurt by Ugas. I know he can't fight going backwards. I saw some things that Crawford could exploit, and he did it, and they saw it as well. So I'm not a Boots hater because I went with Canelo to win the fight, and I'm not mad that Bud won. But if I say that Boots could beat Bud, man, that's how I feel. And I believe it, and I still believe it. I believe he would have beat Spence. I believe he could beat Bud. Remember, Bud just got his shots, bro, when he fought Errol Spence. He beat Sean Porter after Spence. He beat Kell Brook after Spence. So his first big fight was Errol Spence. He beat him. Okay. Spence Crawford fans even say he was damaged from the car accident. He had the retina surgery. It is what it is. People say Canelo was been fighting since he's 15. He's over the hill as far as boxing, not age, but he got miles on him, right? Is that true? It is. But he came to fight and he lost. But the point is, man, we pick and choose with fighters and certain fights and certain things that happen. But nobody is exempt from losing. Nobody's exempt from getting hit. No matter how great your defense is, the great Floyd Mayweather, again, he's been hit. Pernell Whitaker, great defensive fighter, one of the greatest. Shakur Stevenson, the best defensive fighter today. He gets hit, just not regularly, just not a lot, just not with the hardest shot because the defense is that good. But you're going to get hit. Nobody's going to go a 12-round fight and not get hit at all. That's just damn near impossible. You're not going to do that. But the point is, can you take the shot when you do get hit and what you coming back with? And can you pick up on how you getting hit and when you get hit and then change up on that, adjust so you're not getting hit with them shots anymore? That's what you're looking for. And Boots has got that, man. He got that in his package. He got that in his arsenal. So, listen, man, this is boxing. And boxing is a serious game. Fighters lose their lives in the ring, man. All it takes is one punch or a combination of punches, man. It's not a game because you got on gloves, man. If a dude is hitting hard, he's hitting hard. Okay? So, man, I can't wait for Saturday, man. I can't wait to see Boots put on. You know? He had some good sparring with Canelo, and it benefited him just as much as it benefited Canelo. Now, if Canelo didn't take it in the ring and pick up on off of what Boots was trying to give him and show him with the angles and the speed and all that, that he didn't pick it up, that's on him. But I'm sure Boots learned from that. So And it was said that Boots hits harder by than Canelo. So, Boots can crack. I don't know why I'm forgetting my man's name right now, the middleweight, when he was interviewed, because he was sparring with Canelo and Boots for the fight with Crawford, the middleweight that beat Kyron Davis. I can't think of his name right now, but Cuba. Hernandez, Yanilius Hernandez. Pardon me. He was asked, whose punch did you feel more? And he said, Boots. I felt it more with them 16-ounce gloves on. Boots is not playing, man. It's not a game. So y'all gonna see. Peace and blessings, y'all. In this corner box of 24. Please subscribe to the page. Please leave a comment. Let me know how you feel. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.